All right, it's Frank FM. It is Nazi, and there is something special going on that if you have a teenager or a child, you are going to be loving what we've got going on here. It's called Guardians of the Granite State, and my guest today, we've got Staff Sergeant Amanda Frazier and Trooper Nicole Stone. Ladies, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Let me tell you, they're both here in uniform. Trooper Stone has her state trooper outfit on, and Amanda has her New Hampshire National Guard outfit on. I've never felt so intimidated by two women in my entire life. So ladies, thank you very much for intimidating me. No, I kid. Well, ladies, before we get into the Guardians of the Granite State program that's going on, let's talk to you a little bit, Amanda. What made you decide to get into the Army National Guard? What was your motivation?
Honestly, I needed to do something with my life. I needed direction. I needed leadership skills, and I needed to focus more on my future. And being in the National Guard was the way that I saw that would be the best for me, honestly.
You know, and we can tell by that accent that you're born and raised here in New Hampshire.
Exactly.
No, where are you from?
I'm originally from Tennessee. I enlisted in the Tennessee Army National Guard February 28th, 2006, and I was still in high school.
Wow.
Yes.
So how did you make it to New Hampshire? I mean, I know it does snow in Tennessee and it does get cold like we have now, but how did you make it to the Granite State?
Me and my husband, we wanted to just try to go somewhere new. We wanted back on the East Coast. We were in California for the last 5 years, and we just wanted to make it back home or on the East Coast. And we have friends who live in New Hampshire, and then we have he's originally from New York, so he's used to the cold.
Okay.
I was like, let's go somewhere new. Yeah. And we just kind of chose New Hampshire.
So hold on, let me see if I get this straight. Okay, so you're from a warm state of Tennessee. You went to a gorgeous state of California where the temperature is nice and even, and you chose New Hampshire, where today the thermometer reads 6 below zero. I just want to make sure I get that right. Big snowstorm coming in this weekend. You chose this willingly, right?
I did. I am crazy, yes.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're tough. No. That's why you're in the Guard.
That's right.
We appreciate it. And now, Trooper Stone, where are you from originally?
So I'm from New Hampshire. I'm from Manchester.
Okay, so you're hardy.
I am. This is where I'm from.
Now, what made you want to get into being a state police officer?
Yeah, so my story is a little bit different. I actually went to college to become a teacher, so I went for education, and when I got out, I loved the job, but I realized there was just a little bit more I wanted to do. So after speaking with the recruiter, actually the person who has my job right now with the state police, I spoke to them and I realized that state police is ultimately where I want to be, and law enforcement is what I want to do, and that calling, I know education has a similar calling given back to the community. Yeah. This was the same thing, just a little bit larger. You're able to touch more people. So ultimately I applied to New Hampshire State Police, and this is where I ended up and couldn't be happier.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. Were you ever a teacher? Did you ever have classrooms that you were in charge of, or you just changed your mind right out of college?
So I worked at Southern New Hampshire University for just about 3 years before I came over to state police.
What did you teach there?
I worked as an academic advisor and a career advisor, but I ended up going back, and now I'm an adjunct instructor for some of the criminal justice classes.
That
so
makes
it makes a full circle.
Yeah, that makes total sense. And what's great about that, you've got students who are looking to get into law enforcement, and you're living the dream.
Exactly.
You know, you can say, look at me, this is what I did. That's amazing. That's really cool.
Thank you.
All right, now let's talk about how we got together. Let's talk about how the New Hampshire Army National Guard got together with the New Hampshire State Troopers Association. How did that work?
So this came from our upper leadership, our commissioner, and I believe leadership of the National Guard as well. And this was something we were looking to do to get more into the high schools, to hit that population, that target population for the National Guard, and then the individuals that could become troopers or just police officers in the future. So they came up with this idea, and we've been working on it for months now to kind of iron out how exactly it's going to work, the schools we're going to target, what the final event is going to be. And I think they've come together with a great plan. It's already started. We have a soldier at a school and a trooper at a school today. We were there last week, and we're excited to be a part of it. I was with Sergeant Frazier last week at Salem High School. Oh. We had a great time. We had a great time together.
That's great. Now talk a little bit about that. If you could talk about the program a little bit.
Yes.
If you could,
so the Guardians of the Granite State Fitness Challenge, it is a challenge that will push the limits of these young men and women who are actually participating in it. They are going to do 3 events, basically push-ups, sit-ups, and then a beep sprint test.
Oh, gosh.
And it's mainly just there to show these, high school students that they have the ability to do more than they ever thought they could.
Amen.
Because some of these have never done push-ups, they've never done sit-ups, and it's actual sit-ups to where you have to make your elbows touch your knee. It's not this chin-up thing.
No, I'm out.
But a lot of these fitness programs that they have in schools, they don't teach them those type of fundamentals.
Right.
And this is just showing them that I have the strength to do this. I can overcome any obstacle that is put in front of me, and I will strive and do my best.
My grandmother had a saying. It was, how do you know how good you will ever be if it's not tested?
That's exactly right.
How do you know how great you can be if you don't push the limit? And I really think this program personifies that. You know what I mean? A lot of these kids don't know that they can do these sit-ups. They can do all these things. I think this is amazing. I love this, guys.
It is. Yeah. It is. It absolutely is an amazing program, and it's showing these kids that they can be very competitive, but they also have this great camaraderie with each other, and they're building team relationships, and that's a positive note as well.
Wow. All right. So let's talk about some of the things that these kids have to do. So you showed up at Salem High the other day. What did you make these students do?
Absolutely. So we put them through sit-ups, push-ups, and a run. So we are basing this off of the state police PT test that you have to do when you get hired. So you have to do as many sit-ups as you can do in 1 minute. So that's a timed event. Push-ups, it's maximum effort. So if you can sit there for however long and do those push-ups, we'll take it. And then our test, it's 1.5 mile run, but we use the traditional pacer or beep test that the schools are more familiar with, just because a lot of them don't have a track. And what ends up happening is that by the end of the day, we identify 3 top males and 3 top females. So we base it off of overall scores for those different events. And they get invited to an event on May 21st.
Oh, wow.
So it's going to be a statewide event. It's going to be held at the Pembroke National Guard facility, and it's going to be schools competing against schools. So those 6 students are going to make up a team. So we have a Salem High School team, and there we have the Troopers and National Guard over at Sanborn High School. So by the end of today or tomorrow, they'll have 6 students from Sanborn. And
this is cool.
It's super cool. I think it's awesome. I would have loved this in high school. And between now and May 21st, the soldier and the trooper that's going to the school is going to be working with those high school students to train them up on PT and just building those relationships.
That's so awesome.
And in addition, I know the National Guard has some pretty awesome swag, and the New Hampshire Troopers Association is putting on some nice prizes because on that May 21st date, there's going to be an overall winner for male, female, and an overall school winner that's going to get a nice championship banner to hang.
Just the bragging rights to say that my school beat every other school in the Granite.
That's
how cool is this? All right, here's the $1 million question, ladies. How much does it cost for my school to participate in this event?
Absolutely nothing.
Yep. Zero.
Absolutely
nothing at all. It just takes your motivation. We just need motivated kids to come out there and do their best.
All right,
honestly.
So how does somebody who's maybe an admin at a school or a student, how do they find out more about this? How do they get involved, their school involved in this?
They can either reach out to New Hampshire State Police or they can reach out to New Hampshire National Guard. So a simple Google search of New Hampshire State Police Recruitment and Training, give us a call and we'll get your school on the schedule. We have openings, we have troopers, we have soldiers that want to do this. So if there's a school out there that wants to be part of this, we would love to have you.
This is so cool. What's the age? Are you looking for only high school? Are we looking middle school, elementary? What are we looking?
So right now we're at high schools. This is the first time we've ever done this. So, you know, in the future, we'd probably be open to extending it more to other schools. But right now we're looking at the high school age population.
This is amazing.
It is.
You know, and we're also shaping, you know, the next generation of troopers to come through, the next generation of Army National Guard to come through. You know what I mean? I'm going to predict that somebody from New Hampshire, when they do make it in the Guard, they're going to go to Tennessee. They're going to do the opposite of you. The opposite of you. Oh, what a great idea! I love this idea. It's called the Guardians of the Granite State, not to be confused with Guardians of the Galaxy. No, you know, Chris Pratt's not going to be there. Groot's not going to be. No, this is really cool. And I think, you know, after the past 2 years that these students have had of uncertainty, of being separated, distance learning and quarantining, I think this is a great opportunity for the students to get back together and work together as a whole to accomplish this goal.
Absolutely. It's a great bonding. Yeah, it is.
This is great. This really is great. Ladies, thank you so very much for coming in, and thank you both for what you do. Thank you both for your service.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
And keeping us safe. All right, listen, Guardians of the Granite State, check it out. More music. It's coming up. It's Frank FM.